The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Spread it out on both of us. Hey, y'all. We're back. Here we are. Aleem speaks. We're back. And we know, as you see, it is a time of healing. It is a time to listen. It is a time for action. With everything that's going on in the world. Just three events changed the world, affected the world for 2020. We all been talking about how it's a vision year. I can see clearly now. My saying was, I can see clearly now. I can see bullshit from afar, and I can see who you are. And boy, did bullshit come about. Today we gonna talk, and we just gonna talk. We here for a minute. As you see, I got my partner with me, as I used to could say, and I sometimes still do say, my partner in crime. But this is a crime that we trying to make for better. We're going to turn the negative into positive today because we got a lot to talk about. So, with the name of God, most gracious and most merciful, we want to thank God for the health and safety of all of you that are watching. I want to thank God for the health and safety of my brother Ted and his family. We got together during the time and had a good time.
Amen.
Yep, we did. Right?
Yes, sir.
And just want to say, right now is the time that you have to enjoy yourself and know that things are going right for you. Because right now, my theme song is that little dude that sings that song, Living My Best Life, Living My Best Life. That's my theme song right now. Because that's what you have to do right now. But we got to speak on what's going on. And I am so glad to be back on Aleem Speaks. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, how you been doing? Dap dap, y'all know that's my thing. You know, I'm Aleem. We representing with the T-shirts from our brother Sharif. Our brother Sharif sells these nice T-shirts. Mm-hmm. If you got my number, you can call me. If you don't have my number and you see it on Facebook, you can leave a comment, and I'll make sure it happens. Nice T-shirts. Nice. He told me to stand up and see the back. I hope Felicia don't mind me standing up, you know. I don't know. He told me to show the back, so I'm going to do what he say because, you know, he gave me mine for promotion, so I'm going to promote it right.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to promote it right. But anyway, people, this is a very sad occasion. And I want to thank you for all of those that inquired about when we were coming back or hoping that we would come back. I mean, not only to me did I hear it, but Ted heard it, and that touched me the most. That Ted heard it from his people and many other people. And that says that y'all was listening. Y'all was really listening, and we love that. We love that, huh?
Yes, sir.
I think a mask might be the greatest thing that happened. Ted can just say, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know he got something to say. But man, we're gonna talk about the effects. Y'all don't mind if I do this, do you? Do you mind? Because I saw and watched Felicia bathe this thing down with Clorox. We watched that. So we good. We good.
Yeah.
I'm living my best life. So I got a mask.
Yeah.
And we practicing.
On distance, 6 feet.
6 feet. We practicing social distancing. But I'm going to live my best life. So I'm going to just put it here. Y'all don't mind. Make it look like I got a old black beard. Got a little younger. But here's the thing. It is so sad, man, for what we witness as human beings. Things that happen in movies. You know, in the movies, man, they've been showing us how they do things. You know a lot of the things about slave movies, Theddie, why I think they make slave movies. I think they make slave movies to tell you, don't forget what we will do to you or what we done to you.
Or who we are.
Yeah, or who we did, yeah.
Or who we
Because if you ever notice slave movies, 12 Years a Slave, the one about Nat Turner, I wouldn't have seen that one. They had a scene in there that the black men went on strike. They wouldn't eat. So they called Nat Turner with the Bible to show them in the Bible why they were slaves, why they were meant to be slaves. Nat Turner read, they didn't understand. They stood their ground, and this is a movie. They stood their ground. The slave master pulled out all their teeth. This is a movie of showing you something. This is not something that people stood up against and said, we didn't do that. This is not something people stood up and said that was horrible. This was something to say, this is how it was. This is how it was. No, this is how it's always been. Because we're going to talk about mentality. Mentality. Keep that in mind for me. Okay?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind for me.
Yeah,
mentality.
She
Because
she
the
put
one
it
thing
on
about
the
me and
phone.
you, dear brother,
Yes, sir.
we can
I'm
say,
listening.
he checking his
No,
phone,
no,
I'm
no,
awake.
no. No, I'm saying the sister put the email on it, so I see mentality. So, I mean,
Oh, that's right.
phone, yeah.
Oh, I did the
So
live
I
thing.
lied. Yeah,
Put it
I
right here so
lied.
we both can see it,
Yeah,
please.
but my phone don't stay, but
Yeah, I
I'm
understand. I'll keep my finger on it.
I lie, yeah.
This is what happens when you have live.
Yeah,
This
but,
is what happens. You see everything live. But anyway, we're going to stay on track. The brother is really showing me. I'm actually thinking he's checking his phone. He actually following all the directions that I should be.
Yeah.
You know what? Can I use your phone? Because mine is down.
I'll go on for it, brother.
Can I use your
Yes,
phone?
Yes, sir.
The whole thing about this is, dear people,
Yes, sir.
the mentality. This mentality that this man who had a job to do, who actually showed the ugliness of the mentality that has always been around. It has been talked about, and nothing has been done about it for umpteen years from the time that they brought the African, not the black man, brought the African, someone with culture, someone with language, someone with religion, someone that had their own way of living, but they brought him over here and they controlled him from the very beginning and showed a mentality to other we're going to say white people. And what I'm going to do here.
Well, first, allow me to say hello to the viewers out there once again.
Yes.
For welcoming us back. And for those who've been standing in support of us. And please understand our intentions of coming out tonight is just to reinform us as a whole. Because like I said, we are empty without you. This is just like a platform. Like I said, my brother had a vision to do this, and he asked me to come and support, and that's why we're here, because we believe the people we know, and we just know you, and we are just interaction through this mega media, bless us, and blessing to you. Because like you say, the last time that we was able to come before you, we knew the free world. But since then, like you say, it's been major events, not catastrophic, but events that alter how you, like you say, the mind, the mentality, how you view, see, or what you willing to live with or live around. And this
Watch
is
the
the
ride.
things, yeah.
We're going to take them on the ride, dear brother.
No, this the
We're
thing.
We're going to take them on the ride with the mentality that has dominated and been accepted by white America, and they.
Well, I heard you, when you started, and you was like saying, them, they, and it's almost like, it's almost like the boogeyman theory, like when we was kids. Like, I don't want to go in there because, I'm scared of the dark or whatever. And like the boogeyman to get you. See, we need to start identifying exactly. I know that. No, I'm just saying.
Going to.
I mean,
I'm glad I love that you opened up the door. Go ahead.
No, and I understand that. But what I'm just saying, and it's not an attack on no one or no one group or nothing. This is not. We're not attacked, but we're just saying. Like I'm 60 years old, and I'm going to speak from my experience of living in this fine, great country to me, because I guess the embarrassment or the things that we would consider taboo or not right is self-inflicted. That's the way they want you to see it or whatever. But like I said, it's almost that scrap. That's what they left us. See?
And we're going to talk about that.
Right, and I understand.
Because one thing about leaving scrap, you got to make something out of it to survive.
Oh, I understand that.
And we as a people, how alternating we are and how we change.
Right. No, because when you went so forward, like say when we, the Mayflower, they have that says the first ship that sailed over here, and we came. It's not like everybody just seen the ship and ran and jumped on the boat. See. And, some people, when you say mentality, that was their mind. Like, they just ran towards and jumped in and no. Like you said, we was living as kings
when me and
queens.
You get done, when me and you get done with this right here, they're going to have a whole understanding about the mentality. The mentality that I am talking about. The mentality I'm talking about is how a man, and I'm going to say white person right now, a white man could lay on someone's neck. The man is not struggling. The man is not doing anything. I mean, literally lay on this man's neck and hold conversation. And like, where's the ambulance? Is it coming yet? Damn it. Hey, keep them guys back. He's still on the guy's neck. We want to show how that mentality, because that's what that is. That's a privileged mentality that has been going on. When we get through with the programs of showing all the literature that we have, it's all going to tie together to today, because we have advanced so much today. You took me to a protest, and when we saw the police, got pictures. We only show pictures of us at the protest. Through this, he took me. Come on. Anyway, the bottom line is, we went to a protest. We went to a protest, and in that time, I saw things, man, that was just amazing to me. So I literally lost my mind on this picture right here. Look at the thing. See the camera? This picture right here with the police bending. I got a video. It's like I lost my mind. But the thing about me losing my mind is because that right there is progress no matter what nobody say. It was the sense of. When me and you went to the progress, thank you, Felicia. When we went to the protest, That's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to mess up words. I'm going to make up words. But please know you're going to get the legits of what I'm saying. Look at you, boy. Look at you. See? Yeah. The nice pictures of us at the protest. I lost my mind when I saw the police do this. Yes, I lost my mind, you know? Yes, but I'm going to talk about it. But what we're going to talk about is if you open your phone up, when I talk about the mentality that has been placed down on us has been for us to be second-class citizens. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. So it's two type of mentalities that went on. One is the rule and set rules that is accepted by white people. What we're going to do is we're not going to continue to say white people, because the whole thing about it is we have white friends. White people marry us, we marry white people, if you want to put it. You have nice kids and everything else. They make a big deal over the kids, giving the kid Cheerios. They make a big deal over it because it's an interracial, because of a power structure. So instead of white people, which would paint the brush, and I don't want to insult none of my friends, because it may, when they say, oh, I got a lot of black friends, that's a racist thing to say. But hey, me and you got a lot of white friends. Yeah. I got some white friends that got white power on them, and they actually my friends. Don't get me wrong. Prison to do that. You will see change in prison in people. But however, what I want to get at, is the point of the mentality of the acceptance. Because of the fact that at a time, it wasn't nobody but big bush white men with their hair going this way or wearing wigs making rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations were accepted by the majority. So basically, it's a power. So what are we going to do, instead of saying white people, because all of you not like that, all of you, it's the majority of you are good people, but you had to play by the rules, by who set the power, who set the rules in power. So we're going to call them white power. Not the white power that shouts and be, white power, not that. We're going to actually call them literally the white power, because the power that they have to manipulate. Because the one thing, let's show the nasty nine. And we're going to talk as these pictures go, if you will, with me. The nasty nine. This is a time. We read this. Please, people, read this, because if you look at the bottom, this is March 24th, 1840. And if you're reading this really happened to us. There is so much information to show how they treated us, how they just brought us here. And people want to wonder, why is that so relevant? This is today. What's going on? It's very relevant because they've been killing us. Look at this. At one time, killing us really, really didn't mean nothing. They used it for entertainment. And this mindset right here, this is where, and leave it there for one moment, Felicia, if you can. This mindset right here, because this is a mindset. Because at this time, white people are actually kind of socializing with other blacks, with Frederick Douglass and whoever got talent. Did you see the Green Mile or whatever it was? The dude driving the piano guy away around, how he had to get dressed, though he had a talent that white people love. Right. Okay, this created that. And the white guy don't know how to act. He can go to the front door. Why? White's this way, color's that way. It's a mentality. So those that had to live under what is called now white power, because you got to go by the rules. Yeah. You go against these rules of that, and we can go to the next one, because this is against everybody. If you can't see that, I'm going to read it for you. Okay, there we go. See how in the mentality that they have always been putting down to make us less than. No dogs. Even dogs is above us. No Negroes, no Mexican. Because it ain't just us. White power is against everybody. And when I say white power, please understand, it's the definition of the power structure that created this right here on why they can kill a black man just by labeling him, and America accepts it. Let me throw this in here just in case before I talk about this. It might have been a different picture and a different turnout And I'm so glad it didn't turn out that way. Because I would bet you, if that dear brother would have struggled in any way and gave that man the trigger word that he know he's going to get off with, is like, quit resisting. Because once that is said, it's many of clean-cut white people. These are the pictures of a mentality right here. Felicia is showing that these are the pictures. Look at this. Look at this. This is a mentality. Now imagine, you're white, and you're being told this about a whole race of people. And so, this thing, Southern whites are what? Are
the Negro's
best friend, but no integration.
Yeah.
Now, I'm glad Felicia is doing this because it keeps me on track. You look at this, because this is a mentality. As you saw, they literally went out and watched and lynched us. Literally, this is a mentality, right? So, come on, bring it back. And so, with that mentality, it's just growing. But it's so vicious, as I call these pictures, the nasty nine. Because there they say no immigration. Immigration, at that time, or later on as it goes, is a floodgate. And this happens. Yeah. The Arkansas Nine.
Yeah.
This happened. But leave it there for one moment, Felicia. Look at the mentality of the whites that are not in power, but go by the white power. They are privileged to be able to yell and look and like, this is the worst thing that ever could happen. But we have always as us as a people, Theddie, I'm serious, as us as a people, we have always done nothing but fought through it, triumph, as we can go on and on. And as we go and we jump further, we've always been asking them, stop the brutality against us. Stop. Look at this. We've always been asking this. It's not something like it's so very new. And we thank the people that are involved, the young people, the mind, because we need you, but you got to say the right things and the right solutions got to be. Because the protest is beautiful. It gets a lot said. I did it. So I did see what it can do and what it is doing, you know? And so you see that we've been asking for this. It's something that, with the gruesomeness of actually using us for entertainment, hanging from a tree, that went away. The signs went away because immigration, again, is like a floodgate. It was not going to be stopped. And it happened. And so with the integration, the clans, some of the real ugliness of white power, and when I say that again, people, it's the structure. I don't want to say white people, because it messes up the whole speech. It messes it up. You say white people, because just like if you say black people, all black, are we the same?
No.
By no means, right?
No. I was just sitting there listening to you as you was talking, and it's just like it's no other race of people. You know, we're going to just separate, have experienced what the African American person has experienced. You know, no race. And to hear you, you know, just to bring the mentality that we witness just living. Mm-hmm. And I would just like to just briefly take a moment and share about my late brother, Deacon Dean. He was like 95 when he passed.
Oh, yes.
And I used to see this brother in Sunday school, and I used to always just feel so good to see this man.
Right.
Because to endure the mentality, as you say, or just the survival to live in America under the America ruling. And like I said, for the short 60 years I've been here, I'm saying for the 95 years, and he grew up in Texas. So you can imagine, the impact. He served his country, went to war, came back, and he still wasn't equal. And he wasn't, looking for that. He was just looking for the opportunity to do right by his family, start a family, and live a life in this America. But America always has something for us as we have came out of one situation. Mm-hmm. And it's always been in the fear tactics. Because if you do this, we kill your family. If you do this, we kill you. If we do, and we witnessed that. Yeah, and we witnessed that. Aleem, and as I sit there and couldn't believe, because I was just processing a couple of weeks ago watching a brother run down the street and be gunned down. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, you can't run down the street.
It's a mentality.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I witnessed this happen to George, it was just like I couldn't believe that what I was seeing. Because it took me right back to, like you said, that picture. Because when I saw that, I'm like, well, damn, we had to endure that.
To be hurt.
Just for the next day, to escape a lynching or a beating or being told or titled. So, I mean, it's just like I was there with you. And I seen the signs that the white people said it was time to end white silence. And I mean, I like to see the gathering and the free speech and the coming together and the hope. See, the hope of change, because it's the youth, like I said in our last taping, it's the youth.
Yeah.
Not to put the shift the blame
all
the way.
No.
But they the one that can really make the impact and do the change. We
don't have that input to put it into that.
Yeah, no.
This is big.
It's
huge.
Big. It's big.
Black Lives Matter is going to be the biggest thing ever. And take a number for me while you talk, man.
No, it's just you can call in at 323-2933-75.
Not yet, though, Felicia. I'll let you know when the calls come. Okay? Yeah. Because we're gonna continue to talk.
No, but I just wanted to stay, on board with what you're saying, because, like I said, no race, and like I say, I know every race has some type of genocide on it.
Yes.
And I mean,
but it is not documented and just blatantly shown, and nothing happens behind it. It is not that way for you.
Well, I mean, if anything,
and they give them reparation, right?
No, I'm saying you say nothing. I'm finna say no, that's not true, because every race except the African race have been acknowledged that they was treated wrong and been granted some type of reform or reparations.
Let's say this in there and getting that in there, right? See, the platform, the whole thing about it, and the way that they treated us from the start to there till it come time that we are wearing suits, we are doing this, we are showing some progress in being or begging and asking for equality, that, and I don't want to lose my train of thought, that in what you're saying, in what you were just saying is, excuse me, because sometime happened, and believe me, good cannabis is good cannabis. I just tell you. But anyway, we get caught up sometime in what you're saying. Like the excuse me, y'all. I really, really did lose my train of thought. You were watching live TV and watching me lose my train of thought. But I'm going to get back on the path of what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, I get that because what we were speaking on about our race being attacked through generation, that each generation had to endure some type of brutality.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Because the way that they treat us and the way that they portray us, first they treat us in beating us and doing this and doing that. Once that stopped and slavery stopped, but they still need to labor, they labeled us as criminals. They labeled us. If you can make people believe that the majority of a race is criminals, then whatever happens to a criminal, people will believe. And this is the points where they continue to roll. Good white people continue to roll with white power. Thank you for in how we can get this. Felicia, play the Malcolm X video to show you. We was warned about this, Theddie. Malcolm is amazing. But
the controlled press, the white press, inflames the white public against Negroes. The police are able to use it to paint the Negro community as a criminal element. The police are able to use the press to make the white public think that 90% or 99% of the Negroes in the Negro community are criminals. And once the white public is convinced that most of the Negro community is a criminal element, then this automatically paves the way for the police to move into the Negro community, exercising Gestapo tactics, stopping any black man who is on the sidewalk, whether he is guilty or whether he is innocent, whether he is well dressed or whether he is poorly dressed, whether he is educated or whether he is dumb, whether he's a Christian or whether he's a Muslim. As long as he is black and a member of the Negro community, the white public thinks that the white policeman is justified in going in there and trampling on that man's civil rights and on that man's human rights. Once the police have convinced the white public that the so-called Negro community is a criminal element, they can go in and question, brutalize, murder unarmed, innocent Negroes, and the white public is gullible enough to back them up. This makes the Negro community a police state. This makes the Negro neighborhood a police state. It's the most heavily patrolled. It has more police in it than any other neighborhood, yet it has more crime in it than any other neighborhood. How can you have more cops and more crime? Why? It shows you that the cops must be in cahoots with the criminals.
We really got to hear that, because that's the message right there. How, in the point of the picture that they paint, that picture was really painted, and it's been here and it's here. Because we are looked upon as second-class citizens, because of at one time you could tell us to go in a different direction. You my best friend, as I thought. We played in the woods together, white, black. We played in the woods together. But however, I'm still like a servant to you, even back then. This mentality doesn't go away. This mentality, Malcolm warned us, tell us about it. But what they do to make sure that we don't hear stuff like that, because we are a people, we just want you to not kill us. And more or less just leave us alone. But don't kill us for anything. I mean, me and you. Because this thing is bigger. Bigger than if you just get them out here to see it. Because a solution has to be done here. And the solution, I say, with the Black Lives Matter, and I'm jumping around now almost with my closing, but we're going to continue to just talk about this. Because there's more to say about the mentality.
No, I understand you said the mentality, but as Malcolm laid out the format of the agenda against us, it's the same format 401 years ago that Willie Lynch told the slave masters. Yeah, no, I mean, but I mean, because you never know. 400, and he said, if you use this format, I guarantee you, from generations to generations. I mean, and that's like already saying the mentality.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
you're saying the mentality. So
yes,
we
sir.
have a self-responsibility also to see ourselves better than the mentality that some of us like to portray ourselves, or some like we like let.
We have many.
Well, wait, give me a minute, brother. Well,
Okay.
give me just stay with me for a minute, because I'm just saying, like, we will have Hollywood, white Hollywood, try to portray black life. You know, not to try to attack, but I'm saying that we do have, you know, executive producers and other people who want to try to portray how our life should be, instead of letting black people get up there and portray themselves as who they are. You know, because when I look at Tyler Perry, everybody say, yeah, we can relate, and yeah, because everybody at one time had a grandma, mom, and all that. Then all of a sudden,
Yes, sir.
we was hit with the crack epidemic, the black life, the black family. So that was a big whole gap right
all
there.
Part of it. All part of the plan.
So I'm saying we recovering from a lot of, when you say the mentality, brother,
It is.
because see, when you just saying, when you're looking at a 5-year-old looking up at his mother that's already beaten all day long. See, I mean, we talking about mentality and reality, and we talking about survival, and then when you get through it, and then you talking about the foundation. See, I mean, when we got to break this down to the root of the cause and the effect. And like I say, the change that I see out here today, yeah, I applaud. You know, but I'm saying it had to take this brother's life to make the world to see, is we woke or are we still asleep? I mean, you got to ask yourself. No, I mean, you asking, you see, we sitting here and we addressing some of the issues that you and I live by, because for your 62 years in this world, you've been pulled over by the police multiple times, and you've never been treated like Mr. Tolliver. How your day going? You know, you just crossed the yellow line. You know, next time be nice. You know, it's always, you know, wear your ID, open the
Get out
door,
the
get
car.
out the car. I mean, it was just like a routine. See, so I'm just saying, we talking about the mentality. So you just, like you said, I woke. No, it's just like it brought back growing up in this city. You know, like I say, I was staying, yeah, and like I say, I applaud.
You remember T
right now, yeah. You know, but I'm just saying, I applaud the sickness that the people said. I'm tired.
Exactly.
You know, but then, like, you know, you got people saying, well, it's still them. It's still, no. If you got people that's like elected in office and stuff of that magnitude, then, you know, we got to use our voice and our vote.
Let's hold them till the end, because voting and what basically really young people, because you really got to be sharp in this thing here. Let's just do this. We went to a protest, me and you,
Yes,
as I
we
like
did.
to say, you took me. But we went to a protest and we got out and we walked with the people. I seen some of the most beautiful things. As I say, I seen the police kneeling. I seen them, and I really gave them props. I mean, I really, you know, thanked them and this and that. And the reality of it is that does have a definition. Felicia, let's just start rolling some of the pictures of the protest. And like here, these are signs right here. Even white people are sick of other white people's racist bullshit. These are nice signs. Let's get them rolling though. And this wasn't the protest that we were at. Look at this. This is beautiful. Black kids matter. You know, with the little child. A lot of things that come out of this is really, really beautiful. Why? Oh, I really love this one. You'll like this one, Theddie. I do bump the police. And I'm angry too. And I believe it says something of cop wives for something. Black Lives Matter. Cop wives for Black Lives Matter.
Justice,
you know,
for all.
And it's like she say, she is. And then you have the people of the nice, you know, don't want to curse, darn the police. That's a nice one. But these are just pictures that we'll be rambling. I will let you know of the things that here we go. We on Thee.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to bring this back up.
All right, this is Theddie's nephew.
That's my nephew.
That's his nephew right
yes,
there.
Yes, it is.
That's Theddie's nephew right there. We want to, and we thank the brother for his, and this is the police chief here. I mean, the captain. I got a picture of him that I don't know if I put it in there or not, but I got a picture with him, Big Ted, and then that's the line that, like I said, I went crazy about, and I'll tell you what happened to me to kind of bring me back to reality, but this is a real big step right here, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
That's our boy Najee.
Najee, yeah, that's our brother. Yeah.
We started in the joint together, and Najee is a good speaker.
Back in 1988.
Yeah. As I say, now this protest we were at, but the thing about it is what we want to talk about, I would say, because we got a little bit ways to go. We here for a minute, and we're gonna take a break in a minute and get a little, move these bones. But here's the thing, as we saw.
Let's see, could you get a few phone calls? See if people been listening and see.
Ted wants to go to the phone.
Yeah, just
I can't deny that. Felicia, open the phone lines if you would. If you would. The phone number for the show today is 323-293-3375. 323-293-3375. Call in. Let's hear what y'all think. A little bit of what y'all think. We got some time to work with. And I'm hoping you're enjoying some of the stuff that we're saying, because this really is, man, about a group of people that basically have been shown themselves of what they have overlooked for the many years. Even though what you were saying, it's always been there. Of us saying, stop. They're doing this. Anytime that a people can feel okay with the fact of you're watching a man being beat, though every time you hit him, he moves, and then you use that is the excuse and a reason that good people actually would use and say, well, if he wouldn't have been moving, they wouldn't have continued to hit him. And they actually got off behind that because he considered as a threat. But it's two faults there. It's two faults there among a people that sees that is okay. It's two faults there. At one time, not all of you, but some of you have the ancestors that enjoy that entertainment.
But it's just like when you go to speak about just that act itself, it's just like it was a hateful. That man had to hate that brother, because even a stranger, you would have some compassion for a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me just say growing up in the inner city. And
I hope y'all can hear us.
It's like the word hate is a very powerful word. And
we're having a little technical. Go ahead, please. We're having a little technical difficulties.
But I'm just saying, I was very careful when I use that word. If I hate.
Right.
But I mean, I have been angry at times when I've been in altercations with strangers. And, I never can say I fought anybody I know, because I just ain't that type of friend. I can't love you and fight you. I ain't got that slave mentality in me. Like I can tell you I love you, didn't want to beat on you. I ain't that brave.
Here's the thing.
What I was just trying to translate that for a person to do what that man done, that's just blatantly hate. Because, like I say, when the woman was arguing with that brother about her and her dog, and she was snatching on that dog, and the dog was getting little, beat up, people focus more on her returning the dog in
We are back.
her mentality.
We are back. We hope you still stay with us.
So, and this is just what I'm just saying, brother.
Yeah.
Hate.
Yeah.
If you got people that's just rooted in hate, these are things that they had to go through a psychological rewash.
Watch this in the sense of, because I'm glad you brought up the thing about the hate. The hate goes deeper than just being shown, because as we went to a peaceful protest.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I didn't get the right footage that I would want to put up, but us of age remember, I think it was 1963, the Birmingham, Alabama, where the governor there sick dogs on the protesters and turned water hose on them, literally tearing the clothes off of not men but the dresses of women and children.
Yes.
Turned a full water hose. These are tactics that the police, because the thing you're saying about with the man looking, the whole thing about that is it is a mentality that turned into a liquid that went into the police department. But due to the fact, the way that they have portrayed us, the Irish don't like us. The Irish calls us niggers. The Italians calls us niggers. We have a phone call. Felicia say, phone call for the both of us. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hello? Oh, hey, Junior. Hi, CD.
Hey.
This guy was cute.
Hey, I'm just enjoying the show, and I just wanted to say hey.
Okay.
I mean, I do have something to speak on this.
Please.
Because I'm a mother of 3 black males, and ever since the boys were big enough to know, I had to teach them certain things because of what the society has put them in place of that they should have never had to do.
We're the only race of people that even tells those stories, I believe. I mean, of course, I don't have all the history, the facts, but it is a shame that we have to tell our youth, 17, 16, 21, 50, you know.
Well, you know, it's terrifying when your child gets his license. It's a happy day, but at the same time, it's a scary day.
Yes, ma'am.
Every time they go out in their cars.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it just...
I mean, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but it's a fact.
No,
it's something that I've lived with, and I want to express.
Right, and that's
And I
right.
think-
Because just by you sharing that, it made me think, instead of a black child can extend the hand to the police and shake it, he got to raise his hand.
Say it, Theddie. I like
You
that.
know
I like that.
what I'm saying?
I like that. I like it.
That's for
You
sure.
know,
I like it.
so,
I like
I
it.
mean, you know, by just her calling,
Yes.
it made me vision that instead of how we had to teach, you know, our children how to like be pulled over by the police when the police supposed to be everybody's friend.
Or protector.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what the cars say, protect and serve, but, you know, we got some questions about that.
Well, I happen to live in a very small town, so...
You live in Alabama, huh, Godwin?
Right. I live in Alabama. I live in a very small town.
Alabama
The population where I live, though, is like 3,207. How many? 3,257 people.
Well, let me tell you, Alabama is just one of the ugly histories that a state that has the ugly history of the treatment of the black race, which that is what we have come to be in what is labeled. We latched on to the black race because you took everything from us in the sense of being African. And when I just go back there because of this, Theddie, and I want to educate in the sense of we did have a culture, man. We did have a culture, and we did have a language. We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
They show us
we were-
pictures. They show us pictures of them forcing us to say their name. They show us pictures of them cutting off our foot, whether you want to believe Roots or not. But again, you never hear any of them will stand up to say, we didn't do that. None of them, good or
Never.
bad. And this is the things that I want to point out. How you told me at my house. Tell them how you feel, brother.
Yeah, I tell them how you
Godwin,
feel.
I love you.
Yes.
I love you, little sis.
Okay, let me let
I have
somebody
6
else.
sisters.
I love you guys.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's good.
Yeah, no.
You know what that tells me? They watching in Georgia, Alabama, because God would live in Alabama.
Yes, she did.
So they watching in Alabama. I think that. I like that. I like more studio. Lift me up. Felicia, the poetess.
All around the world. You know, that's
I
what
like
I
that one
think.
too.
Yes.
Lift me up all around the world, Felicia.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go, man. We're gonna continue to talk about this, man. You want a break?
But
You
no,
wanna take a break?
we're going. We
You wanna
rolling
take a break?
because no.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Because this is a subject that, as my brother told me when I told him I got a lot to say, man. Things run through my head sometimes, man. So much, man. I just want to talk all the time and explore. I could tell you a time that my daughter, my beautiful daughter, I wish I had a picture to put her up because she got some beautiful pictures. But anyway, my daughter, I remember we was driving to my nephew's birthday party, and I'm just on one. And I'll never forget, she said, "Daddy, where you going with this?" And she turned the radio up all the way loud.
Yeah.
And I had to sit there and be quiet because I talk too much. But this is one that, this is my platform. God allowed me to be able to know Dion, know Eric, know people in the sense that got into something that, hey, I like that. So I sit here. This is my platform, and I'm just letting loose. Okay, I'm gonna just let loose, and Ted's gonna let loose on how he sees it, and I'm gonna let loose on how I see it. Because the one thing about it is, you saw the beauty of those protests in those pictures. Roll some more of them, Felicia. Roll some more of the pictures. Nobody is free until everyone is free. And continue. So we have beautiful ones. You know, as I say, 3 things happened this year that affected the world. Kobe Bryant died, and it affected the world, man. You know? It affected the world. That's it. Hold it. Don't move that one.
Yeah.
White silence is white violence. This is what I'm talking about and what I'm trying to get to in the sense of that right there.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact, if the media can make you believe that all Muslims are terrorists, and you go to an airport now and you black or white, but you listen to the media, and you be like, "Oh no, Muhammad, you can't sit here." We emulate it because that's what they do to people. My own brother-in-law, may he rest in peace. I'll never forget. When 9/11 happened. I'll never forget. Bob was on the phone and he was talking about it. Bob's a military man, you know, and I'll never forget. He said, "Them damn diaper heads."
Yeah.
You know, them damn diaper heads, them sand monkeys.
Yeah.
And this is a black man saying this stuff. Because we emulate. Because even I'm not going to say like I wasn't. Because you know what I said? Even in the pen. I said it. They found them a new nigga to hate.
Uh-huh.
But one thing about having the culture, having the land, having the money, excuse my language, but you don't give a fuck what nobody say about you. Especially when you got something to bargain with.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't never going to piss the Arab people off. All that damn money and oil and stuff. They say what they want. They terrorists, they this, and that. But you will hear some of them, the white power, and I am talking about the structure of America, will sit down at a table with them all day long.
All day long.
All day long. So I'm going to continue to talk because, again, this platform allows me to, I'm going to be real with you, man. It allows me to get some of this shit out. This is what's beautiful, too, man. If you can make that one big again, Felicia, these are some of the names of the people that was killed. As you can see, Michael Brown, you know, some others and others. The producer, Sheena, we both found the list. I had a list. I tried to count. I counted 96. She counted off the same list. That it was over 100 people, man. And Trayvon Martin wasn't even on that list because Trayvon Martin was just killed blatantly by law. See, again, mentality. How can a man, a law that is actually fit towards only doing something towards blacks, statistics. I'm a math man. I like math because I know statistics. If I see something, a horse race, we bet on horses, right? So I'm going to take a thing like that to say, sometime I might pick a horse that is 60-1.
Right.
The 60-1 tells me he's going to lose. It's a percentage, meaning that you're taking a risk. Okay? Let's go in something else in percentage. If they give you a coupon, percentage off, money, you use it. If they show you a chart that it has a high percentage, but when they show you the chart of the actual killing of black men, the chart is up here versus the black man, the black police officer killing whites. It's a difference in the chart. It's a difference. And then you see that as a percentage because this world is ran off of numbers, man. And you see that high percentages, you don't look into it. But you could tell me the high percentage of me being in jail. One out of four black men will go to jail. They make up 6% of a neighborhood, but they're 25% in prison. You're okay with that number, that high number of blacks going to jail. However, the high number of white police officers killing black men, a percentage, you make it up. This, remember our first show? What did I say? Push button information. Man, it is so easy to find all of their ugliness, man.
But
Let's
once
see what you got to
again,
say.
no. I'm just saying. But once again, you reveal the scale when you're talking about
like
two
that.
different.
Reveal.
Yeah, you're talking about two different, races. You're saying the white and the blacks. That if the black officer was to harm any white or kill, and we already know the percentage that is very low.
Right.
Very low. So, and you were talking about on the scale and the fairness, and I'm thinking like you would never find any chart. I mean, any chart, any graphic.
We have a
I'm just
we have
saying,
a list.
but I'm saying you would never find anything.
Oh, there.
in this.
Like
no,
they done
I'm
a
saying,
study
no.
of what you think?
Yeah, I'm saying you would never find, but this is what I'm saying. In your research to where they would say, this is the closest thing that I witnessed it as being 60 in this America and in this skin that came closer where people really just felt okay to be equal with one another. Out there,
because you witnessed some modern
what
day
I'm just saying, no, what I'm just saying, you
witnessed some modern day
this the only thing that I could just come out and just stand by you being black and I'm being black. We could just be equal, right? They say we don't disagree.
Okay.
But see, life goes on. See, this is what I'm saying. See, life goes on, and like I said, I applaud every person if they just stood still and they just said a prayer. And even to the looters, like I'm just saying, brother, if you done took nothing but $1 and gave it to the homeless, your thing is not in vain. I'm just saying if you fed somebody, I mean, you do some good with that. Just don't be so selfish that you don't look out for someone less fortunate than you. Not saying that I agree with that act because it wasn't for this movement here, because we're talking about the death of a person compared to some tennis shoes for $20 or $30. That's why I'm just saying to the looters, just feel good by to help somebody out and to give to somebody less fortunate. If you can feed somebody, look out for somebody, then it's not in vain. Whatever you feel that you've done in the unification of this cause here. Because like I say, everybody stood up somewhere. We don't want to overlook nobody. Even those racist hate some suckers that's wherever they at in their backyard digging their own grave because they know the life that they've been living, that hoorah, they seeing their kids saying that I ain't with
That's
that.
wrong.
You know,
That's
I ain't with
wrong.
so
Let me
I'm saying
jump in on
what I'm just saying to our people and our listeners, man, the change that the brothers that they said gonna come, it might take a little bit longer than what they thought, and it might take a little bit longer than what we thinking.
Hey.
But the change is coming.
And you know that. You know what? You feel like a break? Because if you don't want a break, I don't want a break.
No, you can take a break.
Okay.
Brother.
No, I'm good. I'm good because like I say, this today is Aleem Speaks. And the good thing about Aleem Speaks is we're going to have opinions. We want you guys to call in. Whether you have a comment about the show, you see things differently, we want to hear it. I'll do the best in answering something. But this topic right here today, I wanted to get out. I want to continue to point out the mentality of the white structure. And the white structure does not, again, it's a shame that I have to continue to understand that we live under the white structure. Everyone lives under. It's just that the black race suffers from up under the white structure. The black race suffers. The brown race suffers. If you don't think we suffer, look at the difference of something that could happen that you know that would never happen of being a black man. And this is in my day and time, your day and time. Because she's a rich white lady, her name was Jaja Kamor. She got stopped by the police. You may remember this from way back. And she literally slapped the police. Let any one of our, here's something to say, a mentality. Because black people, we got another call. But because we as black people are treated a certain way, even Oprah got treatment that black people get every day. On you.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Who we speaking to?
You're speaking to Renee. And I just wanted to say
Who?
you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of you both. And keep up the good work.
Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate all callers. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Appreciate the call.
Well, we want all callers. Once again, the phone lines are open. We are looking to discuss. We got about a half an hour to go, and we want to say thank you guys for welcoming us back. For those that are watching, once again, the phone number is 323-293-3375. It's got so many threes in it, man. 323-293-3375. So if you want to call, I'm sorry that I don't have the live Facebook. You know how that battery thing is going. So today you are hearing different sides as Ted is springboarding off of what I'm saying, and I'm springboarding off of what he's saying. So, yeah, the caller's not there. We can take those off. So something that you said to make us continue to go into the showing of the mentality. The one thing that I want to bring out, and because when I say this is a mentality, there, like I say, there's a list that it's 100 names on that list, and that's a shame within itself that nothing has been looked into until now. But again, they are good at changing the narrative of things because two things happen. And Steve Harvey is a good dude to listen to. You know, I know people got the different opinions, but the brother do say the things that we as a people, and he's there to, in the sense of somewhat of the power position. He can see more than what we can see. And one of the things that you can look at that was they made insignificant. Black Lives Matter is here now. It has truly arrived. But when it came out, they flipped the narrative on it to say, and these are everyday students, everyday common white people, as well as other white people. They flipped the narrative to say, all lives matter. It went so far as even the police, because during the time of the constant killing of black men, during this time, we had it was a black man, and he knew he was an Army man, and what did he do? He got away for a minute. Now, if you cheer him on, you're wrong. Because this happened behind the killing of a black man or something going on. And with it happening, it turned everything. Because it started in Texas, I think I remember. And then dude took him on the chase. And he was getting away. And then they finally, they wasn't taking him in. They killed him. Smoked him out, burned him up, everything else. But the bottom line is, they changed it to say, this, instead of this being that got kicked off by a black man, they kicked it off and they had, and I'm going to say the nerve, I don't care. They had the nerve to say, blue lives matter also. Blue lives. Now, well, if you think about it,
I'm
go ahead.
Thinking, no,
because I'm going to tell you about it. Go ahead. What's your saying on it?
No, because it was just, like the Dr. Abdullah, the sister, like when Black Lives Matter, it was like a small pocket that was going against this great America.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, so
yes.
I'm looking at it from a biblical standpoint now, because it's just like when Goliath had to slaughter the dragon. Slaughtered the dragon, you know, the beast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they stayed committed. Because they could have, fell apart when people was going against, even when the brother was nailed. Yeah, I'm saying, but I'm looking at how they was committed to the cause.
Yes, let's remember the phone lines are open.
Yeah, they was committed to the cause. Now everybody want to give them their recognition, and that's why they say last is first. See, it's just like they always want to push us back, but now they out there front, just like they kept on trying to push that brother back for kneeling. All he was saying, the justice that he wanted, I was trying to expose.
I got a video, not to cut you off, but watch this video and let's continue to talk on this thought. Felicia, to show you the mentality that Trump committed, had brought back alive.
It's a shocking moment as a Trump supporter cold cocks a protester. Boom! An elbow right to the face. Watch from a different angle. The protester never sees it coming. He's wrestled to the ground by deputies. The guy who smacked him goes right back to his seat.
Did you like the event?
You bet I liked it.
Yeah? What'd you like about it?
Knocking the hell out of that big mouth. We don't know who he is, but we know he's not acting like an American.
So he deserved it?
Every bit of it.
What was that?
Yes, he deserved it. The next time we see him, we might have to kill him.
78-year-old John McGraw was later charged with assault.
Because that is a mentality today, and it's a Southern mentality, and it's an ugly mentality, and it is an evil mentality. All things that you brought up and saying. But in that mentality, it's here today. And what Donald Trump did, he brought a voice back to that. Because if you remember at one time, you can say this, or if for me, I remember it in the sense. In like the mid-'80s, all the way up to about 95, they would show Klan rallies on TV like it was the thing to do. The Klans would march, and the newscasters would show them. Protesters would go against them. And all of a sudden, about after 95, none of 2000, if it was rare. Klan activity kind of went away. And I'm going to say it's like water. They eased up in the police things. As they say in the rap groups, what they say? The Klans took off their hoods and put on three-piece suits.
Yeah.
That shit is true.
No, right. Yeah, because thanks a little bit to Jerry Springer when they used to come on there and them shows, them old reality shows that first come out in that time when they came on trying to, voice their opinion. And people.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Jerry Springer would have Klansmen on. Howard Stern would have Klansmen on.
And then people started getting hurt outside of that. Because a couple of people went and tracked down the clans, and the clans went down and tracked. So, but I'm just saying, you showed that image of this brother in the stadium, full of people, and whenever we get emotional and want to just voice our happiness, it's just like it's a negative. We can't be joyful. We can't be vocal.
And
because people just saying that they misread our happiness. Well, I'm just saying the brother probably was rooting against another team to set the old man off. I'm just saying that, yeah.
Well, this is a Donald Trump meeting.
Yeah.
This is a Donald Trump rally.
Oh, that was at a Donald Trump.
This is a Donald Trump rally, not a football game.
Yeah.
This is at a Donald Trump rally. Donald Trump has said earlier, get him out of here. Donald Trump instigated. This is where I'm going with that Donald Trump himself has given these people a voice. And with giving them a voice, it also creates where a man can lay on another man's neck and hold another conversation and don't care who see it because of the simple fact they have rules and laws that have already been proven.
Well,
they got me.
I mean, I wouldn't even have to go so far when you said that just being out in the public and being exposed before the coronavirus and the mentality of the people then, yeah, because you have more people of different race being more vocal. And so, because I had people do stuff with me.
On that too,
yeah, no, but I'm saying, I had more. I had people. I personally have experienced this Donald Trumpism, and I said, well, he got Secret Service, you don't. So you get a good chance of getting your ass whooped. That's what I can offer you. So, I'm just serious. When I encountered that, to let them know you're barking up the wrong tree. I might have was born in the 50s, but, it was after the Jim Crow. Like I said, I never wish to be putting myself in any position that my forefathers or any relatives had to put themselves in the position to give me the position I am in today.
Right.
And that's why the position that I take so serious. Because like I said, now I'm an example because I'm a father and a grandfather and a great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather.
So it's certain things that I'm held accountable to.
Yes.
And
that's being a maintainer.
And it's just like, brother, you walked off many years with me, and the same stand I took then is the same stand I took now. The same thing that you want for yours, I want for mine. And the way I will put my life on the line then, I'm still willing to put my life on the line today for equal rights for mine.
Wow.
See.
Okay. Now, and keep on going. It's 7:15. We're looking at the clock. We got 15 minutes. We actually didn't held it down to say that we've been talking an hour and 15. And I hope we didn't have dead time. Please excuse me for having a small taste of what they call that? Alzheimer's. Looked like it was setting in, but it's not. It's not. It's not. I have so much going on in my head that sometimes I have to arrange the thoughts. It's like I'm turning a Rubik's Cube or something, and I'm just pulling the information out, And in this information, we're going to use these last 15 minutes in closing this out and bringing this all to a head. Because the one thing, as I tried to point out, and I will continue to point it out, something is going on in the world today that it forces us, if we are God-fearing people, it forces us to look and really see what God is doing. One reason it forces is that that God is involved because God is in charge of death. God is in charge of that. From God we come and God we return.
Yes,
so
sir.
that way something is, that what is going on, it still has the hands and the touch and the God got us. Because anytime that you can look, you can hear about death, but then they can put on TV of a woman 112 years old getting over the coronavirus and drinking a Bud Light is a beautiful thing, you know. But when death is pointed out to you in numbers, if we lived every day of how many people died, you know, people have been dying, and I'm not going against the coronavirus anyway, even though I'm sitting here without a mask. But again, we are practicing what we have, and then we are living our life. But here's the thing. 3 significant things, and with God being in control. In the death of Kobe Bryant, it affected the world.
Yes.
We can say that. It affected the world. China, around the world. They got one of the beautiful murals that was put up. It's the largest mural it is. It escapes me on where it is, but it's in Brazil or somewhere overseas. But it's the largest mural, and it is on spot of him. That is something that affected the world. Then the big thing came away. You mentioned earlier, I was speaking like it's a boogeyman. Well, they have given us a boogeyman, and it is called COVID-19. You know, Army kind of name, COVID-19. It sounds like a military action, but this is beyond that. So we have the COVID-19 that has affected the world in the sense of making us sick, helping getting over it, dying, being concerned about how many people got it. We don't want it. We changed our entire way of living with masses, and now this is the thing. We don't even question it no more. So COVID-19, Kobe Bryant, COVID-19 affected the world. And then the most ugliest thing that had to happen, that it did happen, because if you want to question it, you ask why God let it happen. But it's almost, man, it's almost like if you really picture it. Because with George Floyd, may that brother rest in peace. His daughter said it the best.
Yeah.
My daddy changed the world. My daddy changed the world. This man has had an effect on the world. And for me, it's almost like God is just telling the people. He has exposed that you have enough money. You playing with the money. You hold it back when you want to. We got people right now waiting on unemployment because you didn't tease us, you didn't gave it to us, and now it's like, okay, we can relax now. They focus on something else. We still got to live. We still got to live. Even through this George Floyd thing, the whole thing about it, just let me, I'm on one right now, just let me say this. Just let me say this. It's almost like God has white gloves on, rainbow gloves, whatever you want to call them. And it's almost like he's forcing us to see it. Like, y'all gonna get along. I don't care. You're going to feel it, you're going to see it, and you're going to recognize it. Bulliness has no room for this. Please, Black Lives Matter. Please, the kneeling of Colin Kaepernick. These things have now took on the proper meaning, because you know they changed the narrative on Colin Kaepernick. You know, when they changed the narrative that it's against he's going against the flag, he's going against the soldiers. It's the worst thing ever. You watch white power. When I say white power, you didn't watch white people do this. You watch white power that said, anybody take a knee, they're going to be fired. Why? Because they threatened to take away their sponsorship. And they show who's in power.
There we go again. At the mindset at that time, that was the power players portraying that image that what he was doing was a negative. You know, but that's man. See, that's why I say all this is bigger than man, brother.
And it has to.
You know, I mean, but had you said no, I'm saying, I mean, you can close it, but I'm just saying, I just want to just interject that right now, because I'm just saying my observation of all this transformation and all this that's been revealed to us. Because, I mean, you didn't mention the other big event about the space rockets being shot to the space station, you know, and when they killed George Floyd, that stopped, because that was the big news. That Saturday, the spaceship. I'm just saying. That's
a comparison.
No.
Let me just say this in the fun of it. Let me say this in the fun of that. That's the comparisons of Farrah Fawcett dying early in the morning, and Michael Jackson died in the afternoon. Yeah. Everybody forgot about Farrah Fawcett.
Right.
So this event, you damn right, is bigger than you going to the moon.
Right. So
that
was the focus that whole weekend, pumping that up. But I'm saying, not the brother overshadow anything. Like I say, when you was speaking on all the dimensions and stuff, but like I say, when God put His hands into anything, because you were just saying about some rainbow gloves. And I
said rainbow because
I understand that. No.
Means.
I know, brother.
Everybody.
Listen to me. Don't take it out of context. I'm saying you mentioned it, and I'm only just re-interjecting that you mentioned it to say, and I'm just saying that 1 year that when we was doing Ramadan, that we done many of them, that you read the surah. And I just want to say, somewhere it said that God created all men equal.
Surah 55.
That but no, let me finish that. God created man all equal to learn from one another and not to despise. So if this the creator of the heavens and the earth, now we're going to get on, but this is what God command, because it's like the same Bible that when He command the 10 Commandments, the laws. So we talking about that. So if God had put in place that if we shall, it might not been back there in 1602, it not been there in 5005, it may not been in 1952, it may not been in 1971, but 2020 is a time when the Creator said, with what you're saying, these catastrophic events, because with this COVID, how it just stopped the world. See, and then this brother come and just affect the world, because it was a miracle that the man was out in a bombed out country, and he said, I can relate, because he said they sending this chemical and it's suffocating us. We can't breathe over here. See, all of America and around the world's secrets is being revealed by one act. People is tired of what goes on in the dark.
The structure.
They are tired.
Of the mentality.
And then I'm saying people, and I'm a part of that. I'm the people. I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. And like I say, but I'm one voice. And like I said, that's why I turn to our people again. Together, we can. If it was nothing that if we don't do nothing but pray for one another, if we don't do nothing but really just be a friend, a brother, a sister, a wife or a husband, or a granddaddy, like you said, you mentioned your daughter, which my goddaughter is a beautiful seed. Beautiful.
My son would be my son
would
feel a certain type of way.
Right. Clarence, he just got married. Congratulations to him.
Want to mention that.
Yeah, because we winded down. By the family.
Getting married to a beautiful sister, beautiful woman.
With the pandemic trying to stop things, but love. She loved. Like I said, out of all, to me, not anyone can correct what I'm finna say right here. And if they feel that I'm wrong, then they can correct me. But like I say, love, it even surpassed death. Because when someone leaves this world and we have genuine love for them, we remember 15, 20 years. As long as we have life in us, we remember that soul. So that's love. So that's why I say love surpassed death. And if this is what the mindset in America today, to love one another, then everybody should get on board. Even if they don't feel that way, they should ride this wave for a little bit.
Okay. Here's the thing, in riding this way and springboarding in this last 5 minutes of the return of Aleem Speaks, the whole thing of the conclusions, and I hope the people enjoy our thoughts, because that's what this is.
Yes.
This is our platform. This is our platform, me and my partner, and this is our platform to give our thoughts. Because the one thing about it in a problem, we need solutions. And again, I can't say it enough of what I see. I see Black Lives Matter and the kneeling of Colin Kaepernick being the most significant things now of today's world, because of the time, and again, at the time that all people looked at that. I remember a time that even I was torn in the sense of watching football today or supporting this. Do a blackout on the football, because they changed the narrative. This one, they couldn't change the narrative.
Yes.
Even with the looting. The looting is part of I'm fed up. You can fault it. You can try to change the narrative to say, look at them, look at them. Those smooth, small individuals, 1 out of every 4 going to go to jail. Those that you are looking for to put in jail do not outnumber the number of everybody.
Thousands.
This is Black Lives Matter that everybody is grasping now to say, we hear y'all. But the things that have to be done, again, this goes so deep, because Black Lives Matter have to become an overseer and a speaker for all people. We want to say black people, but for all people that goes through things of being arrested and going through the prison system, the jurisdiction, if I say that word right, that system, going through a court that also has racism weeded in it, going to a county jail that also has racism weeded through it. The many reports that as we see in Los Angeles, they had to damn near shut this jail down for the torture that was going on in there for many years.
Yes, sir.
For many years.
Yes, sir.
And so it's that. You have to look at DAs. You have to look at the DAs. Who can prosecute the police? And if you get death threats, you have to live with that because of the evilness, the ones that put their head. And another thing, before I'm shut down, another thing, please get rid of the notion that blue lives matter. There is no blue lives, because you can take that uniform off. And if you're a black man that is saying that blue lives matter, when you take your uniform off and put on anything, as Malcolm said, a suit, dress down, whatever, wear a hoodie, let your pads hang just a little bit, but you make damn near $67,000 doing this job called being the police. But when you put on your regular clothes, now your skin is seen. Your skin is seen, so that mentality that stops you do not see you as the police. No matter how much you tell him, I'm on the job, he only sees the one thing that he knows that he must attack. Because why? We didn't even get onto the fact of trigger words. Criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal.
No,
so we only got 1 minute.
Yeah.
We only got 1 minute.
I just want to say, happy birthday to my grandson, D-Ray. He'll be turning 9 on the 15th. And Dylan.
Yeah.
He'll be 9.
He getting tall.
Yeah.
He getting tall. Say some more thank yous.
I want to thank everybody that took the time out. If you took just 30 seconds, if you took the whole time with us, thank you. And I mean, like I say, these is from our heart to your ears, and these are our opinion. And we don't mean to offend someone. Then if you feel offended, then you got to look at yourself. Because all we trying to do is say that we are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and all we saying that, if you want to say all life matter, but we support Black Lives Matters.
Aleem Speaks is back. We just got to put it together to say when the next one going to be. We might stay on this 2-week thing. My paper got to be right. But once we learn, again, since we've been back, is a lot of things we got to learn about shows, how they go, where we can do them. I mean, even Felicia, you have to love her because in her own training, she lets you know you can do this yourself.
Yeah.
You just buy your equipment. So it's not like it's something hid.
Right.
She lets you know. So we want to thank
Yes,
Morris
we do.
Media Studios for giving us a platform to be heard. You heard different opinions of different things from two partners. He popped the peas. That's what these masks is about. Can't pop peas around people. Can't do that no more. But anyway, we're gonna get COVID-19 down
Behind us.
and we're going to know this is a wrap. We want to thank everybody. Thank you, Sheena. Thank you, Dion.
Yes,
Thank you, Eric, because I don't know stuff. Just thank everybody. We appreciate y'all and continue to support and continue to learn, understand, and let's get the right talk out that we can move forward with this and get the right results.
Vote.
Yes,
That's
vote.
what we're going to be pushing the vote.
There it is.
Yeah,
Aleem
the vote.
Streets.